What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. It appears that there are some people that want to see Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League fail. I don't know what their motivations are, but there's a comment here that was on a thread. This was, I think, a YouTuber was talking about not getting review codes for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and somebody in the comment section said something about it, and they said, honestly, this is them not giving review codes. This is going to hurt them big time when it fails. It will. They actually put the words "it will" in parentheses. And then they continued and said, I could see the studio being dissolved if it does bad enough. Now, why could you see something like that? What if we switch the roles a little bit? What if Insomniac's live service superhero game that we heard about at first, we didn't even know it was a superhero game. We heard it was going to be a multiplayer game, but then when the hacks came around, it ended up being that it was actually going to be that. What if we switched the roles and said, I hope this Insomniac game fails. It will. And if it does so very bad, I could see the studio being dissolved. Do you see how that probably did not make it through your ears in a cohesive way? Because this is Rocksteady we're talking about. The Rocksteady that Insomniac breathed in all their inspiration from to be able to deliver this Spider-Man game for the most part. That has put them on the map. So for somebody to be able to come out and say that, then I must, kind of draw some conjecture here that them not wanting to play the game and seeing other people playing the game is a little bit interesting, because that now kind of in their minds makes them think, well, maybe these people having fun is a personal slight to my own preference and taste in games. So if the game fails, then it will make me right or make me seem like, oh yes, I know something that these people don't, or whatever the heck it is. I can't seem to wrap my head around it, and I can't seem to understand it. Is it that it's a live service game? Because I can almost guarantee you, when we look, a lot of folk who usually come in this hard against these live service games, many of them will literally throw away their entire worldview about live service games when it's a game that they like, or when it's a studio that they like, or when it's a publisher that they like, or when it's a platform that they like. They'll say it's a good thing. I saw people literally say that PlayStation making 11 or announcing that they're making 11 live service games is a good thing because they have to compete with Microsoft. People said that. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying that people are saying this, right? But God forbid when Warner Brothers makes a superhero live service game, you're going to see everywhere get turned around. Why? Because gamers do this all the time. They'll literally allow something. They'll allow their favorite, game developer to cause a ruckus while they want to go ahead and critique somebody else. And in this case, not just critique, but wishing that they fail. Not only just fail, but fail to the extent that the studio gets dissolved. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is the mindset that people have, I don't know how game developers do it, man. And they read this stuff, the vitriol that's sent their way, or the vitriol that's actually sent to the publisher under we have to start, holding these publishers accountable and all that. What are you going to do with the Mr. Accountable or Mr. and Mrs. Accountability? What are you going to do? I've told you that the best thing you can do is to actually keep your money in your wallet, but you still don't want to listen. You still think that sitting there and poking voodoo doll, poking a voodoo doll, of Harley Quinn with pins is going to make the game fail, or whatever it is that y'all are doing. It's very interesting that anybody would wish something like that. And man, I don't know what else to say other than this is kind of weird. But those people who are going to play the game, you're going to play the game. In fact, I saw another comment. One person said this on my channel, and I removed the comment. I blocked them. I was like, I'm just going to block you because I felt like it. But they said something along the lines of, I give this game, a total of 3 months before the player base drops from a few thousand to probably a few hundred. The game is definitely, game is definitely going to fail. This is their mindset. This is their frame of mind. But when their favorite studio brings out a live service game, these same people are going to sit here. They're going to praise it. They're going to enjoy it because this is exactly what they do. I'm not even the most excited person for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's another shooter. I'm not a big shooter player. You will see me play literally 1 to 2 shooters every 4 years. if even. That's about it. That you're not going to really see me sitting there, shooting bad guys. But many of you are so vitriolic, you've put me in a position where I have to sound like I'm defending a shooter. That's how terrible this is. This is so wild. And again, it makes sense that we point it out because in my own opinion, whether you're critiquing the game or doing whatnot, that's your problem. But the inconsistency, the fact that people are not going to hold the same standards across the board, which I don't know, maybe I shouldn't presume, but let me just use the past evidence and the past data. The fact that people have not held their favorite games to the same standard, having criticized other games for similar problems, similar issues, or shortcomings, is already testament that we have an unhinged, group that are just here to see the world burn. That's wild, folks. That's insane. Anyways, I just thought I'd just point this out because I just thought it was so ridiculous that somebody would think that they would dissolve Rocksteady because of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Thanks for watching. Peace out.